toilet. Wake up, songs that'll make you shout. Drunk fellas keep me now. Wake up in the morning just to pass out. Bitches, violation, body, shimmer,
This story opens with a girl named Haruka who desires to meet her childhood friend named Takeru, who has been in the boarding school for the last 3 years and she hasn't seen him. She was very happy to see him after a long time and went to his house. When she didn't get any response, she opened the door and went inside. She was surprised that no one was responding when she was calling her friend. Takeru was in a rush to wear his pants and suddenly she went to his room. He was shocked, and Haruka was about to fall, but he saved her and touched her innocence.
Huh?
He tried to tell her that it was a misunderstanding, but she pinched him hard. She told him to dress up because they were getting late for school, and Takeru thought that she had grown much bigger, and she whispered to him, an idiot. While going, she asked about his interest in the school, and he told her that this school didn't have any entrance exam and it was a school of girls. In his previous school his life was black and white, and he wanted excitement, so he decided to be surrounded by girls for the whole time. That's why he got admission into that school. He was a pervert, and she told him that it sounded great, but the fact that the school wasn't normal was hidden under graves, and he still thought, using his dirty mind, that he would enjoy his life around hot girls. Haruka was mad at him, and suddenly she listened to the announcement, which was for the preparation members. She was in a hurry, so welcomed him and she left. Takeru was amazed, and when the girls came, he started following them and lost. When he came to his senses, he realized that the two girls were fighting amazingly, so he started watching them. They were surprisingly flexible and were giving a hard time to each other. Suddenly he saw Kodama, who was hanging on a tree, and she wasn't interested in him, but suddenly a wrong attack made her fall, and she kissed him. She was very angry, and Takeru saw the white clouds and she got angry. Suddenly she saw a mark on his chest and left him.
Huh?
He got the chance and ran away. He reached the ceremony and the principal Minori welcomed them. She told them the motives of the school and suggested they had to work hard to control an element so their future would be bright.
That's quite big.
Minori also summoned Kinuwa and Azuki to demonstrate the combat, but they said that had already done the fight, and Kinuwa started teasing Azuki in front of everyone. Suddenly Kodama came and said she wanted to fight with Takeru. Haruka was worried and told the principal that Takeru was a new student, and he didn't know anything. Takeru was also nervous, but the principal allowed the fight. Kodama told Takeru that he didn't have to be worried because it wasn't a real fight. He got relaxed and was ready for the fight, but Haruka was nervous and the battle started. Everything was going well, and suddenly Kodama's eyes went darker and she was about to attack Takeru. Haruka also tried to save him, but suddenly an unknown girl appeared and saved him. Haruka was shocked, and before the girl's introduction she was unconscious. When she woke up, she hugged Takeru. Haruka was jealous, but a man is always a man. Her name was Inaho, and she told them that she was his fiancé and would protect him from now on. Kodama wasn't very happy either. Now Haruka went to the dorm, and she was a bit upset. When she went to his door and went inside, she was shocked to see Inaho there. Haruka was against her living with Takeru, but she told her that the principal had allowed it to them. This wasn't the end because Kodama was also there. Haruka had no other option, so she went and came back with her stuff. She told them that she would live with them to check so they would not do anything disrespectful. Takeru had to agree with them because he had no other option. The next morning when he woke up, he had a scar on his face, and Haruka gave him an ice bag because he had behaved pervert last night before. She told him to get dressed, and when he went to the washroom, Kodama was already there.
Yeah, boy.
And he saw her. She got angry and taught him a good lesson to knock first before entering the washroom. At the breakfast table, when he took the first bite, he was delighted because the food was delicious, and he complimented it. Haruka felt happy and he felt nostalgic. Now they were getting late, so they started running and Takeru was at the last. The girls made it to be on time to school, but Takeru was getting, and the doors were about to close. Kodama used her powers and took him inside. Takeru was also surprised, and Haruka told him about Kodama's invisible powers. Furan came. She asked Haruka why she was late, and when Haruka was telling Takeru about her, Furan told her that Haruka was very close to Takeru, and she said that Takeru was her friend. Suddenly a cold breeze showed her bare to everyone, and she was embarrassed. Now they went to the classroom and the teacher welcomed them, but the students were whispering about Takeru. The teacher told them that their replica teacher would be Minori and told them about the infirmary class. The teacher told the girls to get ready, and Takeru and a boy named Kengo asked to leave for the toilet and started running. They climbed a tree and started duplicating each other. They started peeking into the infirmary because it was a room of heaven on earth. All the girls were naked, and they started rating their talents according to their tastes.
That's quite big.
When Inaho was undressing, Takeru stopped Kengo from peeking, and suddenly Kodama appeared, and she told them that they would regret being there. Because she jumped on them and they had to leave, they ran away and now it was time for the boys' physical checkup. Takeru was excited because there was a cute teacher for checking. When he went to her and she showed him the machine for his powers and partner check, there was an error because the machine didn't show any partner for him. And in the principal's room, Haruka was also worried about that issue. Now while sitting in the Takeru was bored and Inaho was with him, suddenly a ball hit him and Inaho returned the ball. He saw a pamphlet about the clubs, and he asked what club Inaho would join. She told him that she would choose the same as he would choose. Takeru asked why she called herself his fiancée and what was the fact, but she told him that it was a secret if he didn't remember anything.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
He was feeling hungry, so she gave him the snacks, but he refused. Haruka showed up with the lunchbox and she was a little embarrassed. He asked her to show him some clubs after school and she agreed. In the principal's office, Jen wasn't ready to accept that his machine didn't show someone's partner, but this was the fact because his machine had not shown the partners of the 3 students, and everyone was worried about that, but Takeru wasn't. Minori told him that he had to be serious about it because having a Makin was very important to survive in this school and he realized its importance. Now he was eating his lunch and Minori was talking with Jen about Takeru and his powers which were similar to a teacher's power. Now they were checking the clubs and Takeru was amazed to see the cute beauties all around. He was about to get hit by a ball, but Inaho saved him. He was a little confused about deciding for the club and when he made up his mind Haruka understood his vicious thoughts and refused it. She suggested him a club and then forced him. He didn't have any other option. The next morning Haruka was running, and she thought that when she told Takeru about the club, he started thinking which made her curious and sad. Now she went to take a bath and Takeru also went inside. Her shampoo was finished, and she thought that there were Inaho or Kodama but when she came out to ask for a favor, she was surprised to see Takeru and threw the shampoo's bottle on him. While going to school Inaho was with him, Takeru asked Haruka about her group Kenkibu and Haruka got excited that he might join it, but he told her that he wanted some information. So, she started telling him about her work as a group member. Haruka told him that Furan was the president, Haruka was vice president and the main job of Kenkibu was to control crimes in the school. Inaho and Takeru were depressed and suddenly Kengo appeared and said he wanted to join this club. When tried to hold Haruka's hand Takeru tried to stop him but touched Haruka's big talons. And suddenly Mineo punched him for his perverseness. Haruka started telling her that Takeru was her childhood friend, and it was just a misunderstanding, he didn't have any bad intentions. Now Mineo and Takeru had a formal but stressful greeting, and she was trying to make him scared because she loved Haruka. On the other side, Azuki was going to fight with a boy named Kai because he wanted her to be his girlfriend and she didn't want to, but Kodama supported their spirits and said she'd start their fight and Azuki was relaxed and didn't turn her Makin on, but when Kia attacked her with his power, her clothes tore, and she said he would have to pay for her clothes after the match and they started fighting. But our man of lust couldn't see a girl getting tortured, so he tried to jump in, but all the girls started stopping him and without any hesitation, he jumped in and faced a very strong punch from Kai. Azuki got the chance and defeated Kai, but she forgot about her panties which were flying in the air.
You didn't have to cut me off. We were nothing.
Now Azuki and Haruka were telling Takeru that he didn't have to jump into their fight because Azuki was able to fight and win. Haruka also thought that without making Takeru was weak. Now they went to Kenkibu to get admitted and they were offered to have a bath. Takeru and Kengo were happy because they were going to have the chance to see the beauties in their bikini. When the girls came, they were lusted because they were amazingly fluffy and attractive, but Furan got angry at their perverseness. They saw a girl named Yuka, their teacher's younger sister, and she started introducing themselves to the boys.
Are you sure about that?
After this formal introduction, a blockbuster piece of beauty came, named Aki.
Yeah, boy.
She was very charming and appealing. Now they started playing and the boys were hiding to save their stamina. All the girls were enjoying the bath and Kodama took out Haruka's pads and started playing with her milk packs because she had an economic pack. Kimi went to Aki and asked to touch her, and Aki allowed her. Kimi started playing and the boys lusted, because how much could a man control on his feelings? Suddenly they saw a bear and were shocked, but the girls were relaxed and didn't take it seriously. They decided to send the bear back and the bear was running after Takeru and Kengo. The girls were also kicking them, and Aki saved them. Bear was still after the boys and Cha-Cha showed her skills and threw the bear away, but Kimi saved it, and Haruka was surprised. Girls welcomed them again into their club Makenki. Subscribe to the channel for the latest updates.
Watching bitches fornicate. Losing for visible sight. Triple six be my language. Smoking on something that's flagrant. Shooting up something that's stinging. Raindrops cover my dreadlocks. motherfucker.